We are very busy today. It's unbelievably busy. We have 2 critically ill patients going out, and every bed is full.
Westfield Memorial Hospital and the ER saved my life. If it hadn't been here in place, I would not be sitting here now. I wouldn't be able to communicate, and I might not even exist.
Westfield Memorial Hospital emergency room saved my life.
Westfield Memorial Hospital saved my life.
If it wasn't for Westfield Hospital, I wouldn't be alive today. It saved my life.
Westfield Memorial Hospital emergency room saved my life.
The emergency room at Westfield Hospital saved my life.
In 2006, Westfield Hospital saved my life. My brain abscessed and I had to have emergency treatment, and they stabilized me, found the problem, and arranged transport for me to get to Pittsburgh, where I had to have emergency brain surgery. And Westfield did the excellent job that they do and found my problem so that I was able to get back on my feet again and come here and work as an EMT and as a fire chief.
Woke up in the morning with severe abdominal pain and came here and found out that I had a ruptured tubal pregnancy. I did not know I was pregnant, and I was already hemorrhaging, and I had to go into emergency surgery, and without this ER being here, I would have bled to death before I could have gotten to a different ER.
1995, I had a stroke at home here, and in minutes the emergency crew was out to deliver me to the Westfield emergency room, and within minutes, and that really saved my life.
Got into the ER and my heart rate was 270. They got me right in. They put other people aside to treat me, and they fixed my heart rate. And if I had to have gone to Dunkirk or Jamestown, I don't know if I'd still be alive.
I had a heart attack in Meter's Restaurant, and if it wasn't for the help I got in Meter's Restaurant and the Westfield Hospital emergency room, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you now.
If it wasn't for Westfield ER, I would have lost my husband 3, if not 4 years ago. We need that hospital left open.
I was hemorrhaging from an artery, got in a car, drove myself home, and from there to the hospital emergency room, all of which was a distance of about 3 blocks. They stabilized me, put me on a helicopter to St. Vincent's, at which case I lost consciousness on the way, and they gave me 4 units of blood at St. Vincent. I never would have made it had the Westfield Hospital emergency room not been available.
Westfield Hospital saved my mother's life in 1998 when she was visiting at Chautauqua Institution.
As an EMT on a call, I took 4 patients in and actually had a heart attack myself going into AFib, which required immediate shock of 200 joules twice in order to revive me. My cardiologist informed me that if I had not been at Westfield Hospital, I never would have survived.
The Westfield emergency room saved my mother's life and gave us 2 more years that we could spend with her and she could spend with us. And we're very thankful for them.
As a result of that emergency room, I feel my daughter's life was saved. She had been hit by a vehicle. The first time she was hit, she got thrown up on the windshield. The second time, she went underneath the vehicle. The man took off and dragged her underneath his vehicle 196 feet with her bicycle. It crushed up against her. Had the ambulance not arrived within the short period of time that they arrived from Westfield Memorial Hospital, she probably would have died.
But with Tom, my husband now, he has a defibrillator pacemaker, and it shocked him once, just recently. And if the emergency crew hadn't been able to come, he wouldn't have made it.
Speaking on behalf of the town board and the entire community of Ripley, we think it's critically important that our Westfield Hospital emergency room stays open. A lot of good reasons for that. The impact on volunteers, the employment, the snow that we get, and the severe storms that we get. But the most critical thing is the fact that Westfield Memorial Hospital emergency room saves lives.
The Westfield Hospital emergency room and the hospital itself is very self-sufficient. They got a highly trained staff down there. They're very good with patients. The patient turnaround in and out for minor stuff is very good. It would be a very devastating on this area in Western New York if they were to close this emergency room.
People's lives depend on the quickness in an emergency, and we're going to take that away from them if we lose Westfield's emergency room.
Anybody who's ever done CPR, I mean, doing CPR is exhausting. I mean, and if we do it in town here, and like I say, most of our runs, from the time we pick up the patient to the hospital, it's probably 15 minutes at the most. And when you get to the hospital doing CPR, you're exhausted. I can't imagine what it's like if you're going to be doing that for 30 to 45 minutes, doing CPR in the back of a rig going down the road. I mean, you got a golden hour that they talk about to save lives, and you're blowing our golden hour right out of the water.
In the summertime, in the 9 weeks of summer season at Chautauqua Institution, our primary calls are rescue calls. We do approximately 300 calls in the summertime.
Ripley Ambulance Squad takes approximately 200 patients to Westfield Hospital every year. Our average turnaround time is 60 minutes. If Westfield Hospital emergency room closes, that turnaround time is going to be anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours.
It's critical that they keep the emergency room open with I-90 where it is, right beside us, and the train tracks. We need to save the ER.
Westfield Memorial Hospital services over 13 small communities like ours. And if we lose that, we're going to lose a lot of lives.
Just been here too many years and seen what Westfield Hospital can do to help us save lives. It's just a very critical part of this area.
This emergency room saves lives and has to stay open.
Communities in this area need to unite and stay strong and go after the state and try to prove our point that we really need the Westfield Memorial Hospital.
Senior citizens are in critical situations more often than just somebody who's not a senior. And heart attacks, strokes, and things such as that, it's going to wipe out a lot of people who could be saved easily and quickly if they could get to an emergency room within that golden period of time.
It's wrong for the state to say, in the name of efficiency, we're going to close this and basically slam the door in the face of people who need this kind of care.
The Westfield Emergency Room is essential to the health and well-being of the people in Chautauqua County. Without it, we have a major hole and everyone is at risk.
Absolutely devastating to our entire area, not just Westfield, but also Ripley, Sherman, Dunkirk, Fredonia. They do not have the time for emergency vehicles to come in, pick up people and transporting to Erie or Jamestown or Dunkirk. We are going to lose lives.
911 emergency. I've been a resident of Westfield for 32 years, and I cannot imagine having a patient transported 30 to 40 miles to a hospital who's either critically injured or ill. It's just ludicrous that the state would think that a system like that would work.
You're risking people's lives and you're risking people's health to save a few dollars, and that is not something that we're happy with. This is a very small community. The community that's served by Westfield Hospital is small. We're hoping that doesn't mean that we don't matter.
Let's keep Westfield Hospital's emergency room open!